Hello everyone, I am Sidhu. I am having 7 years of experience in the software development. This course is provided by Micro1. If you don't know Micro1 yet, Micro1 helps companies hire the best remote software developers easily. The first 1 week of your hire is 100% free, no questions asked. If you want to learn more, go back and check micro1.io. Let's come back to the presentation. In this session, we are going to see how can you make a trading bot with Python using GitHub Copilot. Let's go back and check the demo first, and then I will show you how can you make this app. If we run this program pops up a GUI having weekly time frame graph of a stock. We can choose any stock and this program shows you the graph for that. Now you can see this program showed the Google stock information. So we are using Alpha Vantage API. I will discuss about this while developing this program. Let's go and code this program. Open the VS Code, create a file name called tradingbot.py. I have created it. As we need stock data to plot the graph, I have chosen Alpha Vantage. It's a stock data API provider. Some APIs are free of cost. You just need to click on the documentation, and then you can see daily is premium, so you have to pay for it, but weekly, monthly are free of cost, so you are free to use. I'm choosing weekly. So it's a time series. So documentation is pretty clear for Python. We need API key to access the data. So for that, you need to click on the get your free API key today, and then fill this form. I have chosen software developer, Micro1 and my email ID. And then once you click on the get free API key, you will get a key. Let's come back to the VS Code and copy the API key, whatever you get it from the Alpha Vantage. So I'm noting down my API key here. Okay, this is my API key. And now let's give some context to the GitHub Copilot that what we are developing. So I'm going to write the multi-line commenting. So I'm just saying that use Alpha Vantage to get weekly stock data and plot it in a graph. So I've just given a context to GitHub Copilot so it understands actually what we are building. Okay, now let's see how this works. I'm going to choose a stock symbol. You can see sometimes it start giving me suggestions as well, but let's go by the way how I'm developing symbol. So it has chosen Microsoft. Okay, let it be. So now it's saying me to import matplotlib to give a functionality of plotting it, but no, let's not do that. Let's go step by step. So I'm going to write down a function which basically gets the weekly stock data. So it's saying get weekly data. No, I want to be specific. Okay, it's saying please use weekly stock data. Okay, but no, I'm going to choose data. I'm going to choose a symbol. I'm going to pass symbol, which is string. Okay, and let's not pass API to this. Okay, let's see what suggestion it gives. So it's basically giving me a suggestion of URL and response, which contains a request. Request is a Python API to make some post or get request for that URL, and it's returning some response. Let's click on the tab now. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's actually giving the URL as well. Well done by GitHub Copilot. It's basically identified the Alpha Vantage API key from some code and got it, and it formatted it. Symbol and API key. API key is global here, but symbol is private. Yeah, but we don't have requests. So let's import the request now. Import request. Okay. Still are giving me suggestion of MATLAB not required as of now. Okay. Let's call this information from a main function. Let's see whether it's working or not. Def main. Yeah, it gave a pretty good suggestion, but how can we call main? Let's call the main with if condition. Yes. Now if I run this program, I should get some data. Let's see. By trading bot. No. Okay, I made a mistake. So it's requesting, processing. See, so much of information. It's like so much of data, and it's multi-dimensional. So Python has a very good library named pandas, which can convert JSON into a multi-frame database, multi-dimensional database. So let's see, I'm going to use Python to convert this data in this weekly time series data into a data frame. Let's see how that works. I'm going to use this data. I'm going to ask GitHub Copilot to turn this data into a pandas data frame. Very good. So no, I don't want for plotting. I just want the data should be. So we just need to give some hints to it. Okay, it identified weekly time series as a key in it, and it gave something to it, right? Let's see. Let's index this, and let's see. I want to print this to see how it's working. I'm printing this. I'm going to print this. It's saying PD is not available. Yeah, yes, of course. We need to import pandas as well. Yes. Let's run the program again. So now you can see that choosing large amount of data, it converted into a multi-dimensional data. Like you can see the open of the candle, high of a candle, low of a candle, close, volume, everything date wise, right? It's a weekly date. That's why you can see 6 and then 13. It's like a 1 week of information. Each row contains 1 week high, 1 week low, 1 week open and close, right? Now there are so many floating options, so I'm going to remove that floats. Sort index it's giving, very good, but I don't want to sort it. I want to remove it. Let's see whether it's removing or not. Yeah, it's basically removed like it's only kept the next 3 after a dot, it kept only 3. That's good. Okay, now it's time to plot that into a graph. I'm going to comment it, plot the data into a graph. Well, I'm going to remove the, okay, it's saying based on the close price. Oh, that's okay. Now I'm going to remove the print statement. I'm going to give a hint that PLT is a plot actually. Dot title. This title basically gives a title of that GUI, and show PLT dot show, right? To get that GUI. Well, but I think we don't have a PLT here. Let's import that. Well, now if I run this program, let's see how that works. What it's saying? It's saying it's giving some error. Okay. I think we need to make this. Okay. Very funny that the title is wrongly pronunciated. Let's see. Now I made it correct, right? Let's run this program. Well done. You get it, right? It's a Microsoft's data. Okay. Let's see whether it's working dynamic or not. I'm going to give Apple and I'm going to run this program. Okay, we need to close this. Run it again. Well, yeah, it's getting it. So let's make it Google and close this. Run it. Yeah, well done. So this is how you should utilize GitHub Copilot and make your development 10x. That's all for this session. Thank you. Signing off. Bye bye.